Stoicism arose in the Hellenistic period over 2,000 years ago and went on to have an immense influence in the ancient Greco-Roman world. Founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium, this philosophical school taught that virtue, reason, and self-control were the keys to eudaimonia, or fulfillment in life. While Stoicism declined after the fall of Rome for centuries, today it is experiencing a popular revival as people reconnect with its profound yet practical wisdom for daily living. By training our faculty of judgment, Stoics believed we can transform adversity into opportunity and live life on purpose. Here are 12 key Stoic lessons that remain strikingly relevant for life today. Differentiate clearly between what you can control and what you cannot. A founding principle of Stoic ethics is the dichotomy of control. That is, making a clear distinction between what is within our power and what lies beyond it. As Epictetus stated, the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. By focusing our energy exclusively on what we can directly influence, our thoughts, values, desires, and decisions, we avoid wasting mental bandwidth anxiously fixating on factors we cannot command. Grant yourself inner peace by accepting calmly what you cannot change, while channeling efforts towards what is within your sphere of control. Cultivate an attitude of equanimity. No matter what fate brings for the Stoics, once an event has happened or a decision has been made, anxiety over the outcome is irrational. It is outside our control. What is within our power is maintaining equanimity in response to life's ups and downs, by neither suppressing healthy emotions nor being dominated by unhealthy passions. Adopt an attitude of calm acceptance regarding both desirable and undesirable external events. Train yourself to endure adversity courageously while enjoying prosperity modestly. Following nature's rhythms without attachment to impermanent things grants insight into what truly matters. Living virtuously with wisdom and integrity. Equanimity lets us act excellently regardless of circumstances. Value character and right action above all else. The Stoics considered anything sensory or external, wealth, fame, material possessions, status, health, and even life itself, to be utterly meaningless compared to moral virtue. Only through upright values and conduct can humans achieve true happiness and fulfillment. Epictetus declared that man's purpose is to move from one unselfish action to another with God in mind. By making justice, courage, temperance, and prudence our priorities, directing intentions and efforts toward noble principles rather than fleeting gain, Stoics believed we live most excellently no matter our station in life. In their view, a penniless but righteous beggar thereby fulfills human purpose better than a powerful but corrupt emperor does. Contemplate the shortness and uncertainty of existence. Marcus Aurelius poignantly observed that you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say. The Stoic practice of death meditation, periodically contemplating one's mortality, reminded them to employ every minute purposefully rather than deferring joy. Internalizing life's ephemeral nature inspires appreciating the present moment rather than dwelling anxiously on the undetermined future. Stoics would contemplate how historical figures now long departed once engaged so intensely in life's dramas and delights. Recognizing that our earthly presence is fleeting, yet experiencing this realization viscerally through self-reflection spurs you to live ethically, love wholeheartedly, and embark earnestly on meaningful pursuits without delay. Reflect on yourself and your judgments rigorously. For Stoics, regularly monitoring one's progress on the path of wisdom is essential. Setting aside dedicated time for self-analysis enables continually refining judgment, gradually reshaping automatic reactions into those aligned with virtue. As Marcus Aurelius counseled himself, all war is based on deception. Therefore, when fighting, the direct path is best. Periodically writing about value judgments made that day, questionable or commendable, increases presence to any inconsistencies between principles and actions. Over time, choices become naturally guided by internalized philosophical ideals rather than instinctual reactions. Regular reflection supports recognizing areas requiring further Stoic training while appreciating moral gains made thus far. Value all humans equally as members of a global community. Zeno famously declared, "I am human, Nothing of humanity is alien to me, expressing the wholesome Stoic outlook on mankind. Commit yourself to impartial justice regarding all people without bias, whether based on ethnicity, gender, geography, or social rank. All humans inherently share an essential intrinsic worth, not contingent on their utility to us or even their behavior, but simply by the sheer fact of being human. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, "My city and country lies in doing good to men and patiently bearing with them." See life as an opportunity to practice universal empathy, benevolence, and solidarity. Respond to injustice courageously yet serenely. Stoics were dedicated to the brotherhood of humanity under natural law. As such, promoting human dignity demanded intrepidly opposing repression. Our brief lives gain meaning through serving justice. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Where life is possible, then it is possible to live the right life." Yet crucially, undertaking such defiant acts against tyranny must be approached reasonably and dispassionately rather than furiously or desperately. For Stoics, morality necessitates poise under duress coupled with principled action. Limit desires to what is necessary and naturally satisfying. Stoics sought to attain self-sufficiency by mastering desire for needless luxuries and comforts, aiming instead for simple contentment without excess. Musonius taught his students that men who want to pursue philosophy should throw overboard all unnecessary goods. Materialism obscured judgment and freedom. According to Stoics, rather than restless ambition, adopt an attitude of humility, austerity, and discipline, learning to derive pleasure through life's modest joys like watching the sunset or playing with one's children. Train yourself to thrive on what you have rather than what you want. Value sufficiency and practice gratitude always. Cultivate connection with others through shared humanity. Stoics placed immense importance on friendships, viewing them as not just pleasures but as responsibilities essential for living fully righteously. Seneca wrote that sage individuals hold their friends dear, for they have gone shares with him in all they can call their own. Yet crucially, Stoics avoided partisan loyalty or nepotism. Any friendship predicated on unfair bias violates the principle of universal kinship with mankind. Nixon explains, Stoics recognize all humans as brothers and sisters, regardless of their actual familial relationship or social status. Practice mindfulness of the ever-changing present. Stoics train themselves to continually remain anchored in the flesh and blood moment, rather than dwelling on imagining the future or reminiscing on the past. Aurelius counseled, "Give yourself a gift, the present moment." Essential to Stoicism was full cognitive immersion in each new now as it emerges. Meditating daily on the present's vivid yet fleeting nature deepens gratitude and focus. Appreciating every ordinary instant as part of the impermanent, dynamic chain of nows comprising existence motivates morally virtuous action aligned with nature's reason. Practice mindfulness by concentrating wholly on what this immediate moment offers. Master your emotional judgments before external events. Cicero explained that for Stoics, it is not facts that trouble or placate the soul, but the judgments we bring to them. Essential to Stoic training involved continually refining cognitive appraisals of and emotional reactions to external happenings until internal responses become masterfully judicious. Rather than suppressing feelings or dwelling on distress, fully experience them consciously as impressions, then replace unhelpful automatic judgments with those aligned philosophically to support eudaimonic living going forward. Gradually, initial emotional reactions turn appropriately reasonable, responding calmly to what lies beyond your control. Dedicate efforts to serving humankind's welfare. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, humans are born for cooperation. Participate eagerly in collective efforts towards progress, guided by wisdom and justice. Contribute what you can through earnest civic service, local or global, for the common good and welfare of our species. For Stoics, a life well lived meant dedicating energies towards righteous change rather than pursuing selfish interests. But crucially, undertake activism with level-headedness, avoiding zealous over-attachment or anger regarding the outcomes. Make positive collective impact with others while accepting what lies beyond your sphere of influence. In summary, Stoicism offers profound tools for developing resilience, purpose, and self-command for life's journey. By perceiving events rationally and responding virtuously, we gain deeper insight into what truly matters while bringing out the best in human nature. The Stoic path leads to fulfillment through aligning judgments and behavior with moral excellence, empowering us to endure adversity nobly while delighting modestly in prosperity.